Hello viewers, here is a program of factorial in which we are going to take a factorial in C++ Visual Studio 2019. So let's open this file. I have already saved especially for you with the name of the factorial.cpp. Let's open it and let's proceed our lecture, and this lesson will give you the enhancement of your knowledge. So here is a project with the name of factorial. Is going to open in a short while. So here is the program. Hash include IOStream, that is the first line and very important line of this program. Hash include is the part of source code which needs to be executed before it is compiled into an executable file. Hash include is used to header files. IOStream is used to invoke the commonly used functions like cout, cin in C++ program. IOStream stands for input-output stream. The next line of this program, that is very important, and without it no any program cannot be run in Visual Studio. So this contains the all library functions and the header files using namespace std. Computer needs to know that the code for cout and cin functionalities, and it needs to know which namespace they are defined. This is the very, and we can say it's the most important line, because here we are going to start a function, and as we need to know that the factorial of any integer, so that's why we kept the function name is the factorial. So here in this line what goes, the integer variable n is the input to take the function, and it is also called the parameter of the function. The next line, this is the integer main. It is used as the entry point of the program. Main function is the function from where the program will start to execute. The next line of this program, that is the very common, and whenever we need to start the content of our bodies or of the program and the remaining content, so we must put the open parenthesis, and after that integer n. We took the integer n. Here n is the number which has the data type integer. Cout, enter a positive integer. It indicates the C++ output statement is the instance of OStream class. It is used to produce output on the standard output device, which is usually displayed on the screen. In the last, as we see our the output on the screen by pressing the Control F9. So this function will process there. The data, that is the number here, will be displayed on the screen using insertion operator. This is the insertion operator. Without it, the cout cannot be run, or the functions. Okay, the next line is the cin. So what is mean? Let's study. The cin object in C++ is an object of the class iStream. It is used to accept the input from the standard input device, that keyboard. It is associated with the standard C input stream, stdin. Here n is an inputted data by using cin. C for character and in for input. So it means we are going to take a character to be input. This is the next line of this program. What goes here, we are doing that this is the output display of the factorial of the number on the output screen. So the factorial of any number, for example, when we'll press any positive integer, 1 2 or 3 whatever. So this line will be shown on the last screen after compiling of this program. Okay, here we are going to end the first function return 0 with the return 0 because we are going to end the first function of the factorial. It indicates our program has been successfully run, and we terminate our main function with their return statement. This is the close parenthesis to end the first function. Okay, let's see. Again we are going to process the function with the same function with the name. If there is a change in little bit in the name of the factorial, the program will show the syntax error. The same line will function here, will process here as above. This is the open parenthesis. Now that is the condition, if else condition. And what is this condition? If n is greater than 1, here is a condition of if statement that if the value of the n integer, then the function will return value, otherwise it will be 1. If value of the n if is greater than 1, then the function will run. Okay, otherwise not. That is the return and the factorial. Definitely the result will be stored in the same function, and the value will be the whatever the value, it will just do it the -1 itself, else return 1. So it means it will return the value 1. Now let's compile, and this is the close parenthesis. Now let's compile and run this program by pressing the Ctrl F5, as I tell you in every program for debug or to run this program. So let's have the output of this program. Ctrl F5. So viewers and students see that in input display, the compiler is asking enter a positive integer. So we can, for example, I'm pressing typing 9. Okay, so here is the output. The factorial of 9 is this. Similarly, for example, if I'm going to execute again, Control F5, for example, I am pressing 12. So there is a result, and our task has been done. So for my next video and for my next lesson, kindly subscribe my channel and keep watching in order to enhance your knowledge and keep practice at your home. Thank you.